fought them all. Numbered 7 ranked welterweight in the UK at the minute, but this is a guy who's got 2 SKA Muay Thai world titles to his name. 49 wins in his career, 22 of those wins by knockout. This is one of, as we said, one of the best guys that we've seen in the UK of this last generation.
Ladies and gentlemen, his opponent this evening, boxing out of the blue corner from Thailand, it's Kaonar PK Sunchai.
And here he comes. Kennedy's opponent is Kaonar, all the way from Bangkok, Thailand, the former Lumpini Stadium champion. And he has fought a who's who of Muay Thai through a long career. He's had almost 200 fights, and he's beaten the likes of Yod Lekpet, who's a 4-time world champion, beaten him 4 times, beaten Rodtang, beaten Seksan 3 times, beaten Superlek twice, Superbank twice, Super Bowl, Pet Morakot, Yod Dong Tai, the list goes on.
Yeah, so let's see what an experience, and I'm happy to see him as a southpaw as well, so we're gonna see how his body kicks will work.
Yeah, I mean,
this fight.
Jack Kennedy has said it ahead of this fight, I'm probably going to eat quite a lot of left kicks in this fight. So at least he's prepared.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the co-main event of the England versus Thailand Super Welterweight Action Full Muay Thai Rules. Let's meet the fighters. Introduce him first. Fighting out of the red corner, he stands 180 centimeters tall, weighing in at 67.7 kilograms. An impressive Muay Thai record, 49 victories, 11 defeats, and 2 draws. Representing the Imperial Muay Thai Gym from England, is Jack Kennedy. And facing him across the ring, boxing out of the blue corner, he measures 170 centimeters tall, official weight 68 kilograms even, with an unbelievable Muay Thai record, 145 victories, only 35 defeats, and 3 draws. Representing Mauen Muay Thai from Thailand, Kaonar PK Sunchai. Your referee in charge when the bell rings, Stephen Meikle.
So just while these fighters get involved with the Y crew, before we get going, we'll just have another little look at these guys. So this fight is taking place in the super welterweight division, 68 kilograms, about 150 pounds. Little bit heavier than I think Kaonar would usually fight at. And when he fought, I guess he would have fought in the last time he was in one championship, he would have fought 145 pound, and even then that was a little bit big for him. Kind of fought Rodtang around about 135 pounds, so
Must have been like old school Thai weight cutting rather than the modern one.
Yeah. Well, I think more of the reverse. He's a little bit. Obviously, he's long in the career at the minute. Doesn't need to get down in weight anymore. Coming over fighting these Western guys, he'll fight them at whatever weight they ask, basically. So, but that could be to Kennedy's advantage. Obviously, not to detract from Kennedy's skills at all. But if he's got a little bit of a size advantage here as well, that could well work in his favour as well. But we're talking to a decorated fighter from the stadiums here who has beaten a who's who of some of the elite fighters of his generation. So definitely going to come up with all kinds of different tricks and techniques that is going to keep Kennedy on his toes during this fight. As we were saying before, Kennedy knows what to expect from this guy. Like I said, the quote he told.
It's like with the Sensei, you know what he's gonna make. The problem is he's like 5 steps ahead of you, and just he makes it, and you don't realize what's going on before you're on the ground. Yeah. But let's see. I mean, for sure, the advantage on the weight will be on Jack Kennedy's side, and let's see if he's getting advantage out of that.
Like we said, he kind of knows what to expect. He told Craig before this, I'm probably going to get left kick a lot in this fight, but he also said that everybody's great until they get tired. So he's possibly expecting the fact that he might be able to do some work, or maybe kind of weather a little bit of an early storm and wait to see if Kaonar's going to get tired those 3rd, 4th, 5th rounds. So it's going to be a case, it's not going to be like in the Thai stadiums that Kaonar's going to be so used to as well, where these 5-round fights, you often see not a lot of work going on in the 1st or 2nd round.
Yeah, but here is going to be different for sure.
Absolutely. Probably going to see Jack try to get some work in those early rounds, bank them, even if he's not winning those rounds. If he can make Kaonar work early on, then that is hopefully going to pay dividends for him as we go into that 3rd.
Yeah, on the other side, the Kaonar, if he used to fight 1, there is also the different format, 3 rounds, 3 minutes. So you just get on in the ring and you just keep on working straight away.
Yes. I will say those 2 fights he had in 1, he lost them both. He's probably. Okay. I will say probably not exactly suited to 4 rounds Muay Thai as well as some other fighters.
Yeah, it's same as Lertsila did. He broke his arm and couldn't compete anymore. For real.
I mean, this is kind of like your classic technical fighter, technical southpaw, using the left kick a lot. But I'd say he's pretty well. He's pretty well versed everywhere. Solid in the clinch as well. So will be interesting to see how he approaches this one against a bigger guy from the UK. But I mean, Jack is a technical guy too as well. He's not the kind of guy who's going to come and usually try and blow people away with a lot of boxing. Very, very good technically, Jack. So again, it's going to be an interesting fight,
awesome,
both in terms of what techniques these guys are going to use against each other, and just kind of what pace is going to be set in these early rounds.
Let's go.
So I expect to see a bit of a feeling out process, but there you go. You see that left kick early from Kaonar.
Take the right.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. The way he's going to be able to manage range, probably going to be key in this fight as well. Although Kennedy probably has the reach advantage there, you see him use that right kick. How quickly Kaonar's able to get that check up and defend himself and fire straight back with a kick of his own.
See how they're testing each other in the first round. So far seems lazy, but of course it's just to maintain the distance.
Yeah, I mean, this is just a guy who's, I mean, like I said, he's been in there almost 200 times, probably been training since he was a kid. This is just, I mean, he's at home in the ring, so. Nice catch and sweep there by Kaonar. There you go. It was just second nature to him at this point.
Looked exactly like Sensei do, so good colleagues must they be.
Kennedy with a catch of his own, coming in with a big right hand and an elbow there.
And knee forwarding.
Nice work by Kennedy there. After that success that Kaonar's had with his kicks early doors, maybe we'll see him try and impose his
Another
box to a little bit. Nice elbow.
knee.
Fighting just on the edge of range.
Try the
Nice kick from
kicks.
Kaonar, and his Kennedy's kick caught.
Working on the inside clinch and knee again.
Again, this is something that Kaonar is maybe not best known for, but very well versed on the inside. But Kennedy's doing a decent job when he's been tying up here thus far in the first round. Kaonar's managed to catch him and
Got him on
just
balance,
holds back from throwing what looked like to be a certain left kick coming there. Nice right kick from Kennedy. Kaonar comes back with a couple of punches, but
and again the low kick.
nice left uppercut from Kennedy, and he comes in with a right
elbow.
elbow. Those last couple of exchanges there, it seems that Kennedy's really been using the range really well. Just staying just outside where Kaonar was able to get him with punches, and then launching attacks of his own that have worked out really well for him.
Last seconds of round one.
Kennedy again coming inside, nice knee trying to work. Again, Kaonar just shutting him down a little bit after that first knee. It's the end of round one. Again, not the most explosive round, but some really high quality work going on.
Yeah, but it's saying Kennedy has the power advantage as well. It's saying, so what we were talking before, it works for him to be just slightly bigger fighter. But let's see what brings number 2.
And again, it seems that it's a key for him as well that he seemed to be getting more of a grips on towards the end of that round, is using that size advantage, not just in terms of his power, but in terms of his range as well.
Yeah.
Again, it's just staying on the edge of Kaonar's range there, because you see he was paying for it a little bit early in that round, where Kaonar was able to catch those kicks and capitalize. But
for most of the time, Kaonar was on the ropes actually.
we just see, I mean, he's comfortable there. I mean, again, something that he's seen a million times before, but the fact that Kennedy is able to then use that to his advantage. I mean, look at Kaonar there in his corner at the end of the round. He looks like he looks as fresh as he's done as he came in his entrance there. He's not breathing heavily one bit. I mean, Kennedy not looking like he's tired in any way at all. Like, again, we're talking about Kaonar's experience, nearly 200 fights. Kennedy's had well over 50 fights at this point as well, so we're talking about, especially in Western terms, a very, very experienced
When you
fighter
look
here.
on his face, doesn't seem that he really lost too much. So yeah, his experience must be also impressive, and he knows where he is, he knows where he belongs, and he knows what he's doing.
Absolutely. Again, like we said, one of the most experienced fighters in the UK right now, for everyone at home and abroad. And again, he started off on the front foot in this round, but that's a very nice left kick from Kaonar. Kennedy's definitely going to have to watch out for that. As he tries to come in with an elbow, it lands a knee, but Kaonar comes back with an elbow of his own.
Oh.
And Kaonar just seemed to flick a switch there and was a real threat with an elbow. Kennedy's really going to have to mind his P's and Q's when he comes inside. And a nice left kick again. Kennedy having a little bit of fun in there now. Again, saying he knows that left kick's coming.
Again, working on the inside clinch.
Maybe this is part of Kennedy's strategy of trying to get Kaonar tired out again. Getting on the inside, using his size. That's a nice right elbow. If he could, even if he's, I mean, he is doing good work. Oh, that is a beautiful turn and sweep.
Yeah, looks effortless. So that's why I see like how technical it is.
Yeah, but if even if he's not doing work, and he is doing work so far on the inside, but if Kennedy can get inside against the ropes into the corner, and then use his size to lean on Kaonar, obviously the risk that he's taking is then getting
way less.
But he does face the risk there of then getting swept like he does there, as well as he's leaning on there. So
oh, what happens there?
looks like a little slip there. Kaonar's foot ended up out the ring there. And back we go to exchanges. Kennedy trying to work a little bit of boxing there, using the right uppercut.
Again.
But Kaonar defended pretty well. Nice left kick there, partially blocked by Kennedy. And a couple of good punches there from Kaonar, who again seems to be sort of fighting at half speed at the moment, but reads that there right kick from Kennedy very well. And Czech is up to defend. Lightning quick from Kaonar. Kennedy coming forward once again. That left kick there from Kaonar is keeping him honest. His right kick needs to be there, but it's a nice right hand. And again, good right hand coming from Kennedy as he puts Kaonar against the ropes. Then works into the clinch, but no clear advantage again once we get into the clinch there. Nice combination from Kaonar, and then with that trademark left kick of his, and he gets back just to shut down Kennedy in the clinch there.
Whoa.
And a beautiful counter left teep puts Kennedy on his backside. Kennedy coming forward again, trying to find a gap to land that right elbow, but Kaonar was wise to it, just slipped out the way.
It was very close.
Yeah, Kennedy coming again with that right elbow across that time, but again, Kaonar just getting his head out of the way. And that's the end of the second round. Again, some lovely work from both fighters. Again, it's Kennedy that's the aggressor for the most part, but every time he comes forward, almost Kaonar just showing that he needs to be careful anytime he's coming forward. That beautiful sweep as well, the highlight for me for that round, but that he's firing that left kick as well.
Yeah, there was one pretty nice high kick as well landed. So it is still, he must know Kaonar is very dangerous. The pace gets increased so far no one's getting too tired already. But this was only 2 rounds so far.
Yeah, so that Kaonar really seems to be relaxed, which gives him, the fact that he's not working too hard as well, gives him that ability to explode with that left kick that he's got, or using his strength in the clinch to then turn Kennedy. But I mean, as much as it's his strength, it's his technique and timing that allows him to do that as much as anything. As we're looking back at some of the replays there, as Kennedy's attempting to get inside with that right elbow, and he's coming pretty close to it. But good defensive work from Kaonar as well, just getting his head out of harm's way as Kennedy's coming to land in those big shots. But very competitive up to this point. Well, it's tough to call.
Yeah, really tough to call, but now the round 3, so it can be something that you know that will show up who will put the odds in.
If we're going by, bearing in mind we're not going by traditional Thai scoring in this fight. Each round is judged on the 10-point must system, but this would be the point in a traditional Thai fight where you would expect a little bit more action to be happening. And to be fair, some of the Thai fighters just do bring that energy into these kind of 10-point must system fights. So we'll see if Kaonar steps it up a little bit in this round. It's a nice heap to keep Kennedy aware, but Kaonar moves back into the corner, keeping his hands down a little bit as he's firing off those left kicks again.
Kennedy trades. He really tried not to leave any kick of Kaonar without a response, like now.
Yeah, did very well. And that's an excellent strategy, not to be outscored, to be responding with something every time. Because those clean body kicks are big scoring strikes. So you need to make sure you respond and get one back. Oh, just missed with the head kick from Kaonar, and he ends up on the floor.
Yeah, but Kennedy saw that really nice.
Yeah, oh, that's a nice right elbow from after the clinch. They tie up there. Again, Kennedy coming forward with his palms out, trying to establish a little bit of hand control, break through the grip again with a right elbow there.
And then get inside again, but now it was halted.
And it seems key that Kennedy's trying to land those elbows as he comes in as well. Because as soon as they do tie up, Kaonar just seems to find some kind of an answer to shut him down. But Kennedy doing a good job of landing something on the way in, as he's trying to do with some punches there. Landing a few punches as he comes forward on the right elbow, knee on the break. Kaonar does well to break away and land a knee of his own. Nice jab from Kennedy there.
And 2 punches, an elbow from Kennedy.
Kaonar backing straight back up again, but comes back with the left elbow. Kennedy coming over the top with the right elbow again there. Trying to find a way to land his elbows in the clinch here.
It looked like he also closed the mouth of Kaonar with the glove. So, now the knee to the head.
Another slip out the ring, it looks like.
Okay, but you know, everyone knows how is it in Thailand.
A little bit of gamesmanship there, perhaps, from Kaonar buying himself some time.
Okay, the fight continues.
Oh,
nice high kick out.
Inches away from landing something huge there, I think, for Kaonar. But Kennedy shakes it off, puts him back into the corner and tries to work away with punches and elbows once again. Nice job of staying a little bit busy with a couple of right kicks there to the body and legs from Kennedy.
And now it was him to fake.
Playing around a little bit on the outside, lands a teep there.
Gets outside but with no kick. Okay.
Both fighters ending that round with their hands down. But both of them just seem so comfortable in there. Again, we've had some nice work from Kennedy as well. Once again, he's been the aggressor there. Some good pushback from Kaonar at times, but perhaps not the explosion of activity that we might have expected. Kaonar mostly just seems content to fight on the counter at the moment.
Yeah, that's right. And those kicks, of course, are dangerous. But so far, Kenny doesn't seem to be afraid of them that much.
No, like we said at the start, he knows what to expect. He knows these are the main strikes, the main weapons that Kaonar's going to be using.
As you see, like when he goes back from the high kick, he just sees them.
But again, it just shows kind of what a high level that Kennedy's operating at, because not every fighter is going to be getting out of the way of those. Kennedy's showing some. Again, he's done his homework, good instincts. He knows what's coming to get out of the way of them. And a couple of those left kicks from Kaonar, I mean, they were like inches away from landing, and they would have caused some big problems from Kennedy had they did land flush. But again, he's getting out of the way and being able to get back on the front foot. Again, Kennedy first at the centre of the ring coming up for this fourth round seems pretty fresh. We're talking about the start of this fight. He was wondering what Kaonar was going to be able to do if he gets tired. And again, if he's fighting a good few kilos above his natural weight, carrying a little bit of extra weight, having to deal with the extra weight of his opponent, especially when Kennedy's pushing into that clinch and working on them, that is going to take its toll moving into the three rounds down now, moving into rounds 4.
The fuel for sure.
And Kaonar is certainly looking a little bit more tired than he was at the end of that second and that first and second round.
But of course, keep on smiling.
Yeah. And the defensive instincts there. Nice right hand from Kennedy. Kaonar trying to keep him away with a left kick. A couple of jabs as well. And responding to a Kennedy right kick, but he's smart to that. Kennedy resets. Kennedy again on the front foot now, looking for that right hand to the body. Kaonar with the left kick, but Kennedy comes back with 2 right kicks of his own, one to the inside leg, one to the body.
Now Kaonar was successful, but then again.
3-punch combination from Kennedy there. That's a good score, and some knees in the clinch now. Kaonar matching Kennedy's output in the clinch. Kennedy muscles his way into the clinch once again there. Again, really wearing down on Kaonar against the ropes, making him carry his weight. This is all going to be adding up as we move through the 4th round here.
And they get even more pressure on the clinch.
Yeah, Again, every time Kennedy's entered his clinch, nice right hand there on the break. That's a good score. Even if he's not scoring when he's coming in the clinch with the knees, or he's scoring and Kaonar's managing to match him, you have to say that Kennedy's emerging on top.
Yeah, but
that's a nice back take from Kaonar. Cheeky. Kennedy acknowledges it and again comes straight back forward. And a good elbow as Kennedy gets inside. Now that is a good scoring clinch for Kennedy, and he comes back with a punch and a right kick
as well.
Nice left kick from Kaonar, but Kennedy just walks straight through it.
Yeah, Kaonar sitting on the back foot.
Kaonar with his hands down by his waist at the minute, surefire that. I mean, he's maybe a bit of gamesmanship here, but you can definitely tell the fatigue starting to set in at the moment again.
Yeah, look, now he doesn't smile that much. But what a sweep.
Still has the wherewithal to get Kennedy onto the canvas there momentarily. But again, as we were saying, even these clinches where Kennedy's coming in and not scoring, he's still coming out on top of those clinches.
Yeah, he wears him down.
Purely because of the fatigue he's managed to cause on Kaonar.
And then he gets out and get a really nice punching like
that's a lovely elbow by Kennedy. It seemed to wobble Kaonar
another
just a
one.
little. Lovely work from Jack Kennedy every time he's coming forward almost in this fourth round as they're separated, seeing if he's got a chance for one last exchange before the bell here. Attempting the knee, but some nice defense in the clinch from Kaonar. Excellent work again by Kennedy in this round. You can really, as we were saying, we thought it might, and it has come to pass that work in those early rounds in the clinch, again, not scoring so much, but it's paying off for him now.
Yeah, very good tactic, and I guess he's winning the fight already. We'll see what round number 5 brings. But as we see right now, Kaonar's already pretty tired.
Yeah, there is a big change in demeanour from those first couple of rounds. And those left kicks aren't coming quite as often as they were in the first round. Still dangerous when he throws them, but the fact that he is not throwing them as often means Kennedy has just nowhere near as much to worry about when they're fighting on the outside.
Before he used to have a few really good attempts for a high kick. Now he even doesn't try to do it. Maybe because he just saw it doesn't work, but maybe it's also that he feels it's tiring to lift the legs so high.
Absolutely.
So he really limit himself to just go for middle kicks.
I mean, of course, that's why Muay Thai is 5 rounds and not like a boxing 12-minute rounds. It is tiring to throw kicks a lot of the time like that. Your leg is a heavy thing, and to keep throwing that again and again and again over 5 rounds, that is going to take it out of you. So
of course, if you add a clinch to it and mixed work of your muscles, that you have to be explosive but powerful and still sometimes as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the
would be impossible, I guess, to have 12 rounds or even a 10-round Muay Thai fight.
Yeah, that's why it's only 5, and Kaonar just stretching out his legs, coming in for this 5th and final round. Again, looks like it. I mean, again, not that I'm a judge, but you would have to put your money on Kennedy being ahead going into this final round. So if Kaonar was to pull this back, that's a nice little flick in a teep up from Kennedy. But if Kaonar's to win this fight, it's going to have to be something big, a knockout, and it looks like all
some
he's
kind of magic stuff, scissor kick or whatever.
Yeah, but again, given his fatigue, you'd really think he's probably going to only have a few attempts at something like that. So as long as Kennedy stays smart, and that's another nice right elbow as he comes inside there.
Yeah, as you see, he's on the go. He still pushes Kaonar on the ropes and utilizes techniques.
Nice catch from Kennedy. He's got to do something. Looking for the right elbow, doesn't quite find it there. But again, Kaonar backs up straight to the ropes.
Teep to the face again.
Kaonar smiles at him, wants to get him back for that, I think. But he does end up against the ropes, and Kennedy again, sort of exactly what Kennedy wants. That's a nice left hand. Good defense in the clinch once again from Kaonar, but again, not scoring in the clinch. It's Kennedy who's ended up, even if he's not ending up on top, there's no way Kaonar's winning these clinch exchanges. So this is more good work by Kennedy, and he's coming forward once again.
Right kick from Kennedy.
Kennedy saying, come on, he wants to see a little bit coming back from Kaonar this time as he gets into the clinch again. Gets something of a dominant position again, putting his weight on Kaonar. And again, Kennedy on the front foot. Kaonar tries to impose a clinch of his own. Ends up in a defensive posture once again to stop Kennedy from landing shots of his own in the clinch, as we're moving into the final minute of round 5 now. Break again, a couple of jabs from Kaonar. Hands again down by his waist for the most part, inviting Kennedy to come in, but again Kennedy just taking his time. Knows he doesn't have to do anything stupid here, just maintain his lead, continue to score, and he should come away with his hand raised, as much as Kaonar's inviting him to try and do something crazy here.
Yeah, but I guess both gentlemen really knows what's going on here. Smiling at each other between the exchanges.
Nice right hand by Kennedy there to maybe some of the last action from the fight here is getting some knees in again, ending up in a good position in the clinch. All Kaonar can really do is kind of tie him up and stop him from attacking rather than getting any offense of his own.
Few last seconds of the fight and finish.
There we go.
Very nice.
Some lovely technique in that fight, but for the most part, it was one-way traffic. Very impressive performance from Jack Kennedy, and he should, if things go as we expect on the judges' scorecard, add a very nice name to his resume there.
Yeah, definitely. Now the first, especially the first 3 rounds, there was a combination thrown by Kaonar or kicks that were really dangerous. He got it through. He stick to his game plan. And now for the final verdict, we'll just have to wait.
Once again, we have to say the things that we were saying before the fight. He was expecting those left kicks, and he dealt with them well. And he expected Kaonar to get tired, and that's where he was going to be able to take over the fight, and that happened as well. So very well read by Jack Kennedy. Followed through with the game plan. Like I said, took no crazy chances against a guy that could definitely hurt you if he had done that. And a very impressive performance as we just wait here for the MC Lee Thompson coming back into the ring. And
ladies and gentlemen, after 5 incredible rounds, we go to the official scorecards. 49-47, 50-47, and 49-47 for your winner by unanimous decision from England, Jack
Kaonar looking a little bit surprised there. I'm not sure
and
quite how real that was, but
from Thailand, Kaonar PK Center.
And talk with your winner, Jack Kennedy from Imperial German South Group.
Jack, let me just grab you for a couple of seconds, for a couple of words for the fans. Jack, it's amazing to have you back at victory here. You've just defeated a legend of the sport. How does that make you feel?
Yeah, big name. I wasn't going to take the fight. I had other fight commitments, and they told me who it was, and I was like, these are the type of fights I want, to get in there with people who've had, you know, his caliber of opponents in front of him. He's fought rods, iron, sex, you can name them all, and he's fought them all. So I felt like he was tired very quickly, but he's still super skillful. I made some stupid mistakes and got my back took. So he was still a danger, you know, and I seen him looking for the elbow. So he was dangerous.
Well, what's next for you now after that?
I've got an ISK title defense in Liverpool against George Mazoukas, which is a great fight again. I'm really looking forward to that. I've got fights back end of the year as well. So
fantastic. Well, we'll get you back in Newcastle again.
Yeah.
Thanks, Jack. Great job.
You and me, quick.